Story number 4. The woke Negroes explain why woke storytelling doesn't work. All right, so this kind of came from our discussion of the Marvel.
Oh, real quick, we're changing our podcast name,
Oh,
The
what?
Woke Negroes.
WNN.
The
Yes.
Woke Negroes Network.
To be clear, I'm not part of the usual woke argument. I'm thinking of woke back from when we used it when Spike Lee brought it up in in school days, talking about wake up, telling everybody to wake up to what's happening. So, woke storytelling, let me just get into it. The story is greater than the message, and people keep arguing over the message. That's an almost pointless argument to me. And Iger's been getting in trouble. Disney's been getting in trouble. People are on the internet arguing over the social politics and calling people social justice warrior, calling people internet incels. There's a bunch of name calling going back and forth. Oh, he's an edge lord, or oh, he's a libtard. Whatever you want to call anybody on the other side. You crack it up. I've been in these arguments.
I love it. You know all the terms. I love it.
Maybe I've been in these arguments too much. But yeah, we're bringing you the story because recently Iger, and maybe you should explain this, explaining what Iger did in the wake of the results of the Marvels and the new film Wish and a lot of the backlash and arguments. What came out of that from Disney CEO Iger?
Yeah. So Bob Iger was I think it was at a deal book event hosted by Andrew Ross Sorkin, who's a big time influencer out there in the business world. And Bob Iger there talking. This is the same one. Maybe we'll talk another time about Elon Musk and what he said. But Bob Iger was talking about roughly, hey, we have the storytelling is great, wonderful, but maybe we need to focus on the story and not really go into the details of what it means to what the characters and what that's all about, and really focus more on story, which is interesting for Bob Iger to say because he's the one that's been pushing for more story basically to help with Disney and having more characters. And also he's been pushing quote unquote this woke agenda, if you would. Well, he was the one that greenlit uh
Agenda. How dare
Black Panther. Yeah, I know. He was the one that greenlit Black Panther at the insistence against Ike Perlmutter, who was insistent that Disney did not do a black superhero. And he also did Miss Marvel, and he was proud of it. That he wrote a book, Ride of a Lifetime. Bob Iger was proud of what he did, the greenlit Black Panther, right? And Miss Marvel. And so now he's starting to push away against that. He said maybe we went too far on that side and we need to go back to storytelling. So it's like he's doing a backpedal, right? You know, what I said was, and it's so how do I feel as a woke Negro, right? Quote unquote, Mr. Benja. So on one hand, I do understand the need for people to be seen for in their entertainment. That is so powerful. And it's been amazing to see that because I don't know if every like show we're watching now, there's always either if it's not all black, it's almost like colorblind casting, interracial marriages, interracial
Mhm.
kids now. And that's powerful, man. I do respect that. And that's the effect of what happened in 2020 with George Floyd. We're all aware of that. But I do feel like it does take away from some of the storytelling when it does become over too much. It's almost with the whole controversy with The Little Mermaid. I get people's concerns with it. Let's be honest. The Little Mermaid was from the Caribbean kind of area they had.
Yeah.
So they had to do something to make that make sense. But then Strange World, have you ever seen that cartoon that a lot of people were mad about? Yeah,
Actually, I
they
haven't.
had a
No.
lot. Yeah, they had a lot of little check boxes, right? They had the gay parents, the handicapped son, the dog that was mute. They had to do sign language. It was like, well, it's just wait a minute, is this a message or is this a story? And
Yeah.
it's almost like it gets and then of course the big one was the Buzz Lightyear and the kiss in a
Yeah.
cartoon. And as a parent, I get it, but at the same time, you just don't want to put it in your face. And so
Yeah.
I think there has to be a mix between the message and the storytelling.
So I get a lot of pushback from a lot of people when they say every story has a message and good stories have messages. So what the hell are you talking about? What do you say to that?
I would agree. They do. Just like Godzilla -1. Great
Oh,
story.
but did it have a message?
It did.
Oh, okay. Carry on. Carry on.
No, to your point though, I would say, but it didn't drive the story. It was compelling. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? They didn't hit you over the head with it. Is the guy is not.
Yes.
Let's just say I'm just going to use an example. Let's say the story is overcoming adversity, right? They're not going to put him in a wheelchair and his girlfriend's way across. It just becomes unbelievable, right? It's just look, you can have one obstacle per movie,
Yeah.
not like 20 different obstacles.
Yeah, it's a very transparent when you're trying to tell a story and somebody's coming with a message as opposed to a story. And you said it best, hit you over the head. Listen, messages are for your head. You hit people over the head if you want to give them a message, but you go to their heart, you go to their soul with the story. So I say go to the soul, go to their heart first, and the head will follow. And that's my talk on that.